Hello everybody and welcome to This Past Week in Theme Parks podcast. We're doing all things roller coasters, theme parks, mainly in the UK, heading towards Alton Towers, Chessington and Thorpe Park. I'm Archie B and this is Paul B.
Hi everyone.
And today we're going to be talking about Hyperia's rollback that has happened recently, Rumba Rapids closure at Thorpe Park, Hex reopens on the 11th of October, and a new coaster at Chessington is being planned by the accountant thingy, magic, don't know. But we're going to start with the Hyperia rollback. So the Hyperia rollback happened quite a few days ago.
This isn't the first time Hyperia's rolled back.
No,
already,
it's not. It's not. It has rolled back before, and it's just quite a shame for the UK. It has been clarified by pretty much everyone in the UK that it's the best roller coaster in the UK. Not in our opinion, though. Do
you think it's a worry for the ride that it's rolled back so many times so early? What do you think the problem is? Do you think it's the weather?
Because on big coasters, they have this thing at the top called a wind sensor. When it spins around, if it spins around, it says that the wind is too high and the ride has to be shut.
Right.
But if it's all right, it can carry on because it can get stuck, like a coaster in Europa Park in Germany got stuck on like a lift hill.
So the worrying thing is that it's obviously within the wind tolerances that's allowed, but it's still rolled back. So either it was overweight, or the wind sensor weren't working, or is there a problem with the design?
Might be, but
that's the big worry.
But sometimes we are in a few episodes' time. Maybe we are going to speak about like some of the UK's best coasters, the worst coasters, the alright coasters.
But thinking about Hyperia, I saw a picture online the other day that showed the train that rolled back off the tracks.
Yeah, it was over by Saw the Rides maintenance bay.
So do you think there's a problem with that train, or do you think there's a problem with the road?
Because it's rolled back twice and it probably has been the same train. I just don't think...
You think they're...
I think the layout's too slow, because on that airtime hill where it does an outer bank, and it can get stuck on there, and that's where it rolls back and then goes back down.
I just can't wait to ride it. I've not ridden it yet.
Yeah, we have not ridden it yet.
We are looking forward to it. It's definitely going to be a New Year thing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So when we do go on it, let's hope that we get one of them rollbacks and we're one of the epic few.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Why would you hope for a rollback? Anyways, we are going to head over to Rumba Rapids closure.
Yeah, talk to me about
that. From riderater.co.uk, thank you for the evidence. We have it says Thorpe Park has given more details on ride and attractions closures talking effect from next month. The previous advised closure of the Rumba Rapids ride, one of the not really UK's Thorpe Park's oldest ride, first being Flying Fish, has been clarified as being for winter maintenance. I don't think that's true. And
but they're closing it now, so it's not even. We're not even in the winter period yet.
But when I went a few weeks ago, that it was already closed and like.
It was.
Yeah, it was closed.
So it's not really winter maintenance if they're doing it in September, is it?
It's like same with Stealth. It's saying it's going to close at the end of the 2024 season when I don't think it is, because the same happened with Oblivion at Alton Towers in the 2022 season. They said it was that it was going to close, but I just don't think that it wasn't true either.
I get the need for maintenance because it's really important for keeping the ride safe and working. But I do think it's not as if they're open all year round. They have downtime. They're not open all year round. Yeah. So please, guys, if you're running these theme parks, let's try and do the maintenance out of season.
Yeah. Also from RideRater, the Intamin manufactured water ride will close from the 9th of September. Yeah. And not reopen in 2024.
Right, that's what I mean. So it's the whole of winter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, that's crazy. It's probably going to be opening at the 2025 season. Again from RideRater, meanwhile, it has been announced that the Amity Beach water park area will be closed for the same date. Yeah, it wasn't open when we went.
I mean, late summer, I'm not too fussed because it's too cold to really get in the water anyway.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad. But the rapids is not like, you don't get that wet on them.
You get more wet than a Congo River Rapids, in my opinion.
Do you?
Because 2-3 years ago, I would have said the Congo River Rapids not good enough because but since the waterfalls have been on, I really highly rate it.
I've not been on that since the waterfalls have come back on. How is it?
That was about 2022 then.
Yeah, it's been ages for me.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
So how is it now with the waterfalls on?
A lot better. You get way more wet.
Nice.
It's just a lot better. I mean, the mega wave is not really mega. It's kind of small. It's that. That's it.
It's a small drip in the ocean.
It's like this. Ready?
Well, do you think now's a good time to tell the listeners about your plans for summer 2025?
Yes,
we are heading. Peek?
We're heading to Texas and New York. We're going to be going to SeaWorld San Antonio and Six Flags Over Texas.
Woo!
Yay.
Sorry, that's an excited Paul B.
Can we get a applause from the crowd?
Yeah. Hail to the yeah. Yeah, big
and
summer.
Again from Ride Raider on Wednesday, Thorpe Park also announced that the Hyperia roller coaster, going back to the rollback, would be closed between the 22nd and 27th of September for maintenance. I don't really think that's about the rollback though, because it rolled back quite recently.
I mean, what that will be is new system maintenance. So after a period of time of operating, they have to check everything to make sure nothing's moved. So that's probably a safety precaution.
Yeah.
That the ride builder probably makes Thorpe Park do.
I think we're going to head over to Hex reopening. So from Ride Writer again, thank you for all this information. Alton Towers has announced that the Hex Dark Ride will reopen on the 11th of October after being closed for 2 seasons.
So that's 3 days away, guys.
Yeah.
And who's going on the 11th?
Me. I'm going to the 11th.
He's going to be one of the first people in the new Hex.
It opens at 12 a.m. And the park actually shuts at 9 p.m. So we're going to try and get some night rides. Oh, imagine a night ride on Wicker Man and Nemesis.
Yeah, it's going to be
Smiler.
Good. So Hex, what do you think they'll have done with Hex? Because I loved Hex, the OG Hex.
Yeah.
You went on it years and years ago and you didn't love it.
Yeah, I hated it, honestly.
But I feel like the new Archie...
It was like a pig in the sky, you know, like pigs don't make pigs fly.
Yeah.
It's the thing, yeah.
But I feel like the new Archie...
Do you want to read out the thing?
Okay. So yeah, the Vekoma Madhouse attraction will open from 12 noon next Friday and is understood to be largely unchanged since the 2023 closure. Back in June this year, Alton Towers Divisional Director Bianca Summit said that Hex had been receiving extensive maintenance. She added that there was more than they originally scoped, but that the new technology and effects would feature upon reopening. So it says it's largely unchanged, but also says that the technology and effects would feature on the reopening. So which one is it, Alton Towers?
But yeah, I reckon Hex would be...
So basically what they've said is that it's going to be pretty much the same one, and then also that it's not the same one and there's loads of new stuff. So what do we think? Do we think they've done a big change of the ride, or do we think that it's more the queue itself and the theming?
The queue ride has been reported with ghost sightings. Like, there's a very angry male spirit that tends to touch people and push people inside the queue line of Hex. And it used to be an art gallery and an armoury.
Love that info. What I do think is Hex gets your brain changing because you know you're in the old towers.
Yeah.
And it's one of the very few places in there that you feel that original space.
Going on the topic of ghosts, there's a ghost that has been sighted over 20 times called the Grey Lady, which would roam around the towers and would have been Charles Talbot. Charles Talbot, who's the 15th Earl of Shrewsbury, I can't say it. Shrewsbury, who got cursed by the legend of the Chained Oak, which can still be seen today.
And, shameless plug, if you're into schools, ghosts and scary things, make sure you check out Scare City Experience.
Scare City Experience. I've been, and it's honestly amazing in the daytime. I've been in the daytime. It's amazing. Even it opens... So I think it's already open, isn't it? It's
already open, all the way through to the start of November.
All the way to the start of November.
Get your tickets.
It is in Bury. No, Bury.
No, it's not. It's in Chorley.
Chorley, not Bury.
Lancashire. About 40 minutes from Manchester.
Lancashire. So about an hour and 20 minutes from where we are. Around it.
Yeah, about there, yeah.
But yeah, so next we're going to head
over
over
to our
to...
last topic, guys.
Yeah, we are. Move on to our last topic, which is the new coaster at Chessington, which has been planned and approved by the council.
I've never even heard of this. So what is this news? Has it got a secret weapon name?
I'm not really sure.
Because I'm still excited about the secret weapon at Alton Towers, let alone Chessington doing it.
Yeah, do you know the order of the secret weapons? So, Nemesis would have been it's the second ever B&M invert in the world. First being one in USA. Nice. But it's the first ever B&M invert in the UK and in Europe.
Nice.
But thank you for Ride Radar for implying all this information. But this is what they've said, really. As part of the new investment and retheming of the Wild Asia area, a questionnaire on the consultation website refers to a new roller coaster. A partially indoor roller coaster was also depicted in an in-person consultation consultation event on Wednesday. On Wednesday, the Greater London Theme Park said it was also looking to progress previously announced plans. They include an increase in accommodation offerings and the addition of an indoor water park.
Wow! So they're trying to do like splash landings.
Yeah, trying to get the money in.
Indoor roller coasters are quite the thing in America. So you get even the new Tron and stuff like that.
Yeah, the new Tron.
Loads of them are indoors, and they do a lot because it's got air conditioning as well. And obviously USA gets hot, but we don't see that many in the UK. So this is exciting news.
No, we've had Saw the Ride, isn't it? Would you count Saw the Ride partially? Yeah,
it's partial. Yeah,
partially indoor.
I mean, I've not been on it, but I've seen the POV.
Yeah. Would you count Smiler as partially indoor?
That's
for the first inversion.
It's pushing it a little bit because it's only the first inversion, but it's still an inversion indoors on a roller coaster track. So,
but we are going to talk about what is the top 3 favourite coasters in each park. We'll start with.
This is an added bonus.
Should we go with Drayton Manor first? Yeah. Okay. So number 3, I'm going to probably go with. I think it's called Velocity. No, that's the one at. That's the one at Flamingo Land. It's like I can't really describe it. It's kind of like a. It's like a B&M something whatever, like where it goes up and then goes back.
Oh, okay.
Don't really know what it's called.
We'll have to look that one up.
Let me know. But and I think second.
I don't really remember Drayton Manor that well, you know.
But, yeah.
Do you know what I did like was the log flume.
Oh wait, that was good. Yeah. I've just thought of another ride. Second. Probably the UK's newest ride, Gold Rush, which features 2 cycles, one that goes up halfway the chain lift, then drops down and features a switch track. Probably and number 1's got to be the Wave, which was previously Shockwave, but went from a stand-up to a sit-down.
Right.
Which guests have said that is a lot more comfortable sitting down. Okay. Same layout, but it's kind of like Nemesis, except it's not a normal ride.
Well, I can't remember Drayton Manor, so I'm not going to do my top 3
we'll go with Thorpe Park next, number 3. I reckon Saw the Ride.
I think it's the what's the big high one, speedy one? Oh gosh,
Hyperion.
Like King of the Car.
Stealth. Yeah, that's what I was going to put.
The reason why it's not
actually I'm changing my list. Number 3, Stealth.
So
number 2.
It's not a long ride, Stealth, but what it does is amazing.
Yeah,
and it's one of the fastest still.
It's the fastest accelerating roller coaster in the UK.
You know?
Yeah.
So the second one I would go with is...
I'd go with the Swarm.
Swarm, yes.
And then number 1, you got to do it.
Well...
Hyperion.
And maybe...
You've got to do it.
Yeah, although I do like the idea of Colossus.
10 inversions, that's true.
That's
broke the inversion
I've
world
also
record.
I've been on one that does that corkscrew turns all continuously.
That does it on Smiler, we've done Smiler. There's 2 consecutive ones.
Okay, is it just 2? Because on Sick, there's about 4 of them, isn't there?
Yeah, it's the same as Colossus.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically... Which is better, guys? Sick or Colossus? Let me know.
Talk, text us, let us know.
What text us? You mean comment?
Comment, text, ring, email, Skype, carrier pigeon, you tell me, you do it.
But yeah, what are we saying for Alton Towers, number 3? I'm going to have to go with... Probably Wickerman. Number 2, 3, 2, 1, Smiler. What are you putting in number 2?
Nemesis.
No way! What are you putting number 1?
Smiler.
Nah, Nemesis. Let me know down below.
I know this is a source of debate.
Which is better, Smiler or Nemesis?
So my rationale is that I love Nemesis. It's the first ever ride I went upside down on back when it opened back in the early 90s.
It is the same for me.
And I loved it. But what I would say is, with Smiler, you get world records everywhere. You get 14 versions. You get two lift hills. It just goes on forever. You just get value, and it messes you up. You come off it messed up, and I love that. That's all. There's one thing about being smooth and fun and all that.
Yeah.
And there's another thing about coming off a ride messed up because it has wrecked you, and that for me is exhilarating thrill. That's what I want from a ride. I want to feel
just a
jumbled.
fact about Nemesis Reborn. In the queue line, you can see 2 pieces of track. That track was the first track that was actually going to be on Nemesis, but it didn't fit, so they put it in the queue line.
Nice. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I reckon we're getting near to the end of our...
This has been fun. I've enjoyed this. Good debate. Good debate, good discussion, and good topics.
I reckon you guys, you should tune in next week for this past week in theme parks.
Really enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you for everyone who's watching this. But yeah.
See you next week.
See you next week.